Poems of Rainer Maria Rilke. Part 1. A walk. My eyes already touch the sunny hill, going far ahead of the road I have begun. So we are grasped by what we cannot grasp. It has inner light, even from a distance, and charges us, even if we do not reach it, into something else, which, hardly sensing it, we already are. A gesture waves us on answering our own wave. But what we feel is the wind in our faces. Translated by Robert Bly. A Sibyl. Long before our time, they called her old, but she'd walk down the same road every day. Her age became too much to say in years, and, like a forest's, would be told in centuries. She comes to stand at dusk, her spot each time the same, and to foretell. She is a hollow, wrinkled husk, dark as a fire-gutted citadel. She has to turn her flock of talking loose, or it will grow too crowded to relieve. Flapping and screaming, words are flying all around her. Then, returning home to roost, they find a perch beneath her eyebrows' eaves, and in that shadow wait for night to fall. At the brink of night, my room and this distance, awake upon the darkening land, are one. I am a string stretched across deep, surging resonance. Things are violin bodies, full of murmuring darkness, where women's weeping dreams, where the rancor of whole generations stirs in its sleep. I should release my silver vibrations, then everything below me will live, and whatever strays into things will seek the light that falls without end from my dancing tone into the old abysses around which heaven swells through narrow, imploring rifts. Autumn. The leaves are falling, falling as if from far up, as if orchards were dying high in space. Each leaf falls as if it were motioning no. And tonight, the heavy earth is falling away from all other stars in the loneliness. We're all falling. This hand here is falling, and look at the other one. It's in them all. And yet, there is someone whose hands, infinitely calm, holding up all this falling. Adam. Marveling, he stands on the cathedral's steep ascent, close to the rose window, as though frightened at the apotheosis, which grew and all at once Set him down over these and these, and straight he stands, and glad of his endurance, simply determined, as the husbandman who began, and who knew not how, from the Garden of Eden, finished full, to find a way out into the new earth. God was hard to persuade, and threatened him instead of exceeding, ever and again, that he would die. Yet man persisted. She will bring forth. Autumn day. Lord, it is time. The summer was immense. Lay your shadow on the sundials, and let loose the wind in the fields. Bid the last fruits to be full. Give them another 2 more southerly days. Press them to ripeness, and chase the last sweetness into the heavy wine. Whoever has no house now will not build one anymore. Whoever is alone now will remain so for a long time. Will stay up, read, write long letters, and wander the avenues up and down restlessly while the leaves are blowing. Buddha in glory, center of all centers, core of cores, almond self-enclosed and growing sweet. All this universe to the furthest stars, all beyond them, is your flesh, your fruit. Now you feel how nothing clings to you. Your vast shell reaches into endless space, and there the rich, thick fluids rise and flow, illuminated in your infinite peace. 1 billion stars go spinning through the night, blazing high above your head. But in you is the presence that will be when all the stars are dead. Dedication. I have great faith in all things not yet spoken. I want my deepest pious feelings freed. What no one yet has dared to risk and warrant will be for me a challenge I must meet. If this presumptuous seems, God, may I be forgiven. For what I want to say to you is this: my efforts shall be like a driving force, quite without anger, without timidness, as little children show their love for you. With these outflowing, river-like, with deltas that spread like arms to reach the open sea, with the recurrent tides that never cease, will I acknowledge you, will I proclaim you as no one ever has before. And if this should be arrogance, so let me arrogant be, to justify my prayer that stands so serious and so alone, before your forehead, circled by the clouds.